I saw a very small, but it was still a tear just roll down your face. And I felt for you. I felt really sad
Yeah.
for you because I know the pain that you were suffering in that precise moment.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Learn English with Teachify. So I can see, Will, that your hands are moving already. How are you today?
I'm feeling, you know what? I'm very sleepy. I don't know why.
We all know
Unfortunately,
why.
I do know why. It was because Mickey decided to ruin my night yesterday by sending me a stupid little game. And so, if I'm honest there, Lewis, I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm quite angry with Mickey.
I
Wow.
take no blame on this because I feel like you make your own decisions, Will. So you could have decided last night, enough is enough. It's time to go to bed. But no, you decided to stay up late playing a stupid game, and now you have to suffer the consequences of that.
Uh, I
Fair
really hate
enough. Fair enough. Yeah. It's all clear. So I can see you are already venting. You're already getting some things off your chest, which is perfect because today we're going to speak all about emotions, all
Oh,
about
amazing.
feelings. Mickey's perfect, 100% amazing topic because Mickey loves getting things off his chest and he loves speaking about his feelings,
I
right?
do. I do. Honestly, I couldn't think. I woke up this morning and I thought to myself while I was meditating, today I just want to talk about emotions. I was so looking forward to this podcast and slash YouTube video, Lewis.
So, Mickey, tell us,
I know.
would you say that you're a sensitive person?
Oh, I think I can be a sensitive person, but it depends on the situation. I can see you laughing. Don't laugh. Do you?
I know. I just know there was a funny joke on like.
Oh yeah. I think I can be. Sometimes it depends. What about yourself? Deflecting the question.
Yeah, I know. Wow, you really didn't want to answer that, did you? So, just to go over a false friend, I'm asking him if he is a sensitive person. Sensitive is basically someone who is very emotional. They are easily offended, perhaps, and they are at one with their emotions. Not sensible, because a sensible person is a responsible person.
Hmm.
But anyway, responding to the question, I'd say that I'm not a very sensitive person. Um, I don't usually cry. I don't usually speak about how I feel. I usually do what Mickey just did, which is deflecting and then changing the topic or speaking about something else. And for example, with films, if I'm watching a romantic comedy or something like that, which I never do, I don't usually start crying and I don't get too emotional. But if I'm watching a big sporting achievement, if I see something where somebody has really pushed their boundaries and their limits to achieve something, and I see their emotion, then that does hit me. And sometimes some tears start dropping down my cheeks because I'm like, wow, they've worked so hard for this. I can feel their pain and their joy and excitement.
To be fair, Lewis, I have seen you cry once, and I remember it very clearly. And it was over football. It
Yeah.
was Leeds United Championship playoffs, and they had to beat Derby County to go
Oh,
into
yeah.
the Premier League. And we were in the Merchants pub. If you don't know it, in Seville, it's in a great pub to watch football. And unfortunately, you didn't win. So you didn't go through to the Premier League. And I saw a very small, but it was still a tear just roll down your face. And I felt for you. I felt really sad
Yeah.
for you because I know the pain that you were suffering in that precise moment.
Yeah. You remember it like it was yesterday. And thanks for reminding me. Luckily, a year later, there was a happy ending and we did
Oh,
make it to the Premier League. But now we're back in the championship. So yay. Um,
yay.
Enough about football. Mickey, choose a question. Ask Will. Let's get him involved.
Uh, I'm going to ask Will. Let's get him involved, shall we? Would you say that you've got a short fuse? Would you say
Yeah.
you've got a short fuse? Firstly, what does it mean to have a short fuse?
To have a short fuse, it means you get angry, or you lose your temper very quickly. And I I would come close to saying I don't even have a fuse. I'm just a bomb waiting to go off. Yeah, I do. I get very angry very quickly, but then I kind of relax. But my immediate reaction is always anger.
Can I ask where you think you get that from? So who do you, is there anyone in your family that's similar to that?
No, you know what? It's no, actually. There's like thinking about it. Like I would say my no. I don't want to talk about my parents' emotions, but for example, I would no. Just in terms of, I would say my mum is, she's an emotional person. She wears her heart on her sleeve.
She's very
But
fiery.
she's just, she's extroverted. She's outgoing, and you know how she's feeling. But in a good way, and then if in a bad way if she's angry. And my dad is much more stoic and kind of just logical, and just he thinks about things. But no, my immediate reaction is always anger. That's for any situation, even in a good. If it's a surprise, someone gives me a present, I'm angry first. Yeah, I'm extremely angry at first, but then I calm down, and I become neutral. I just suppress everything. All feelings just get pushed into a little box, and that box just goes deep inside me, and I never feel it again.
It never sees the light of day again.
No.
So this is something that people tell us not to do. Everybody says that you should speak about how you feel. You should let it all out, and then you'll feel better. You'll feel relieved. As I said, you'll get it off your chest. So, Will, do you speak about your emotions, or is it all just all together, and it never sees the light of day?
I think I would be an interesting case for a psychiatrist or a psychologist because I often think I don't really have feelings. I mean, I get angry, but that's more impatience. But
really? I mean, me and Lewis have never noticed that in the years we've been working together.
Never.
I get impatient, but I don't get sad, or I don't get. I don't speak about things because I don't really feel them.
Yeah.
What are feelings, guys? What are emotions?
Let us know in the comments if you know what feelings are. Please, Will would like to know. So let us know in the comments.
I'll chat GPT it.
No,
but I personally, obviously, I'm very open about how I'm feeling, but I have to say that my feelings are relatively neutral, except for anger. But apart from that, yeah. But,
and another question I've got, which it's related to having a short fuse, because if you get angry, usually it might be related to stress. So, Nikki, what stresses you out? What gets on your nerves?
Oh, there's a lot of things that stresses me out and get on my nerves. Like, for example, like if somebody's like, if you're waiting, it's funny actually, because I was watching a film the other day, and this person in the film, she was at an airport and she was going to do the passport control, and she waited all the while she got to the counter, and then she got her passport out and she fumbled around in the bag to try and find the passport. And in my head, it annoyed me because I was like, why didn't you have your passport ready before? Like, hold it in your hand. The process. Everybody has to go through this. Just have your shit ready so the next person can get through quicker. Things like that really annoy me. This is why I exercise quite a lot. It's a way for me to unwind, de-stress, and keep my emotions in check. I feel like if I couldn't do exercise, and this is a worry of mine, like if like when I've been injured before, like I've injured my leg or I sprained my ankle and I can't run or box or whatever, I hate myself. And it's not I hate myself because I need it to alleviate pressure. So I'm very cautious as I'm getting older to look after my body so I can continue training and have a bit more longevity with my life. But yeah, that pisses me off.
So I just want to say, bravo, Mickey. That I 100% agree.
I was watching it with my dad, and I turned around at my dad and I said, "Do you know what's pissed me off about this whole scene?" He said, "I know, son. Just don't worry about it."
Oh dear.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, I went on a little bit of a rant there.
No, you're welcome to. Good. Now, let's do a little bit of grammar and kind of clear up a common mistake from a lot of my students. And I remember back in the day that Will, we used to call you the grammar guru because you would clear up any grammar doubts that our students had.
How those tables have turned
Yeah,
now.
the
Because I think
tables have
Lewis
turned.
is the grammar guru now.
I just to clarify, I've just relaxed a little bit in terms of I'm not too interested in teaching. I still know this grammar, all right? Test me.
Okay, perfect. So, putting you on the spot, a lot of people confuse excited, exciting, bored, boring, tired, tiring, disappointed, disappointing, surprised, surprising. What's the difference between each one?
I'm going to not give a grammatical explanation to this, although I could. I just choose not to.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this is something that students often get confused, and usually I give a very usually give a translation, to be honest. For this.
Using Spanish in the class.
No,
who does that?
But even if they're really high levels,
even if they're really high, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I don't care.
So Lewis, we need to remove Will from teaching classes.
Yeah, no, let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
Please do. And
so let me push you because there might be people watching this video or listening to this podcast that don't speak Spanish. So, Will, how are you going to explain the difference?
Easy. Okay, let's use tired and tiring. Okay, if the participle, the word finishes with ed, it means it's the result of the action. So, for example, if I'm watching a film and as a result I am bored or tired, okay, it means that the result of the action is me. So, in general, people feel the emotions with ed, and the action that causes it is ing. So the cause is ing, and then the result is ed. So tiring, causes, tired, result. Mickey is tired and bored of me. I'm boring, Mickey's bored.
I am. That is a perfect example. I'm bored of listening to you waffle on. Just to clarify something, Will. So you said is that in every case, or is that just a general rule of thumb? Oh my God.
Rule of thumb.
Yeah. Hey, I like it.
You're just showing off now, aren't you?
I am. That's I would say, I want to say in every case, but I'm sure that there are exceptions. So I would say a rule of thumb is that if it finishes with ed, it's the result, and if it finishes in ing, it's the cause.
Yeah. Okay, very nice. I'm going to just chuck another question out there. I'm going to fire a question. Going back to the topic which we're talking about, which we all love so much, which is emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's vital to discuss your emotions? Do you think it's important that we do this on a daily basis, let's say?
I mean, I think on a daily basis is maybe going a little bit too far, but I think it is important to speak about how you feel. I don't think we need to do this all the time, but if you're feeling a little bit down, if you're feeling a little bit depressed, if you are frustrated at any given time, I think it is important to speak about how you feel, maybe with your friends, maybe with your colleagues, maybe with your family, because that does help to like let it out, and then you feel a bit more relieved after. And sometimes just saying something out loud can make it real, and also can stop you like pushing it into a box. And it's like if anybody is addicted to anything, the first step is recognizing it. And then you can work towards overcoming this addiction. And I guess the same thing happens with emotion, that if you're having a bad time, then tell someone about it. And then you'll be on the road to getting through this difficult time. That's what I'd say. I don't speak about my emotions that much, but if something is really bothering me and worrying me, then I will sooner or later mention it and see if I can get some advice from friends, family, or other people.
Yeah, I feel like when you do speak about it, you do instantly, maybe not instantly, but very shortly after, you feel lighter, let's say. And I think something I always try and tell myself is, because you know when you're feeling something and you feel a bit kind of anxious about it and you feel a bit worried, like most of the biggest worries are the ones that never actually happen. So it's only when you actually speak about them and you seek some advice from someone and they're like, oh, actually, have you thought about it like this? Because sometimes we're very stuck in a very narrow-minded set, like, and we can't think outside of the box. So sometimes a bit of input from someone else is the key to overcoming maybe sadness or worry. Oh my God, I should write a book.
Absolutely. Mickey, you're speaking about your emotions. How does it feel?
I know, I feel like I'm going to cry. I'm actually getting a bit emotional.
Oh, well, safe space.
Okay.
But anyway, we're not going to make this a therapy session. Maybe we'll stop recording and speak about our feelings in more detail. But this is to teach English. So let's go over some expressions related to emotions. And one, go on, Mickey, you've raised your hand.
I have.
After you.
Because I don't know if anybody noticed, but I actually used one earlier on in the podcast. So if you didn't hear it or you didn't know what it meant, I said I was pissed off. And this means to be angry. Okay, this is very colloquial. So you have to be a bit cautious with who you're using it with. But yeah, I use it quite a lot, to be fair. I'm pissed off, which means I'm angry. Which also, just to clarify, in American English is a little bit different. Because in English, we say I'm pissed, which means I am drunk. And in American English, to be pissed means that they're angry. And most Americans don't understand that when British people say I am pissed off, they're like, what does that mean? Are you drunk? Are you? But it's got nothing to do with alcohol. It's purely an emotion to be angry. Just to clarify that. Because it annoys me. It pisses me off when American people don't get that. I'm joking.
Exactly. It pisses you off. It gets on your nerves, drives you mad.
Yeah.
But there's another expression which I remember Will using naturally in the conversation, and it was related to clothes, maybe this part of your clothes, and this organ that's related to feeling love. I'm trying to describe it. Related to Will's mum. Will, do you remember the expression that you used?
I do, yeah, but I was enjoying you describing the expression. It was to wear your heart on your sleeve, which, I mean, literally is very strange. But yeah, it means to show your emotions. If you're happy, people can see that you're happy. If you're angry, they can see you're angry, sad, etc. To wear your heart on your sleeve is to be, very... what's the best way to say it? Just to
transparent.
Yeah,
transparent with your emotions.
Perfect. That's beautiful. That's the word I was looking for. Well done, Mickey.
Thank you. Are we finishing each other's sentences now? This is what's happening.
I mean, my immediate reaction to you finishing my sentence was anger, and but I've calmed down, and I think that's fine that you did that now.
I'm glad.
Please,
thank you.
Do it again.
Awesome. So related to that as well, it looks like Will is getting to the end of his tether.
Oh,
he is running out of patience. He has a short fuse, as he said, and his immediate reaction was anger. So that means that he's getting to the end of his tether. Tether is like, imagine dynamite, and you have a little bit of rope, and then you light it, and then this slowly goes down and blows up. So imagine Will in this way, where gradually it's getting to the end, and he's about to explode. He's about to go mad. He's about to start using violence on us, because, that's the kind of guy he is. So to be at the end of your tether is to be running out of patience and to be about to go mad.
Very good. I just want to add one more in there, Lewis, which is to kick yourself, because I know that you also kick yourself and I also kick myself. I don't know about you though, Will. I don't know if you kick yourself for anything. So basically, to kick yourself is, well, I don't know. It's because you're perfect.
Your words.
Yeah. So to kick yourself is basically to punish yourself if you've made a mistake, and it doesn't have to be a big one. It can be nothing, but you punish yourself, you kick yourself for having made a mistake, or maybe said something wrong, or maybe you've offended someone, which I never ever do. And in which case I never kick myself for offending anyone, because offense is taken, not given, people. Remember that. And oh, that's Ricky Gervais special. If you don't know him, it's great for learning English.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so to kick yourself is to punish yourself for something that you may have said or done. That's it.
I just kind of, sorry, the final thing I imagine, but Lewis, I noticed that, yeah, sorry. I noticed that in our list of expressions, there's an expression I don't actually know: to be on pins and needles.
So if you are on pins and needles, it's like that you are trying to, how would I put it? If you're on pins and needles, you're trying not to, honestly, you've stumped me.
I think Will has just tried to stitch you up, Lewis, because I looked at this expression. I said, okay, I'm not going to do that one because I don't.
Me too.
I think to have pins and needles is quite, well, not obvious, but we use that to have.
Okay. I've got it. I'm not going to lie. I've just Googled the meaning.
Efficient teaching.
Efficient teaching, because when in doubt, you need to check. You need to be a resourceful person, of course. And if you are on pins and needles, according to dictionary.com, it is when you are in a state of anxiety or tense expectation. So you're very anxious, you're very nervous, and you're waiting for something to happen. Let's say that you did an official English exam, and they told you that they would give you the result a week later, and then a week goes by, and then that day you're on pins and needles. You're nervously waiting for the result. So it looks like the three of us have just learned a new expression, and I hope many more people have also learned a new expression. And on that note, shall we call it a day?
Yes, please.
So thank you so much for watching or listening to Learn English with Teachify. As always, don't forget to like this video so more people can discover it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, if you want to let out your emotions and get anything off your chest, you can do it in the comments.
Yeah, well, you can, but you don't have to, okay? Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Safe space. Thank you very much. Bye. Don't forget to Teachify your life.
Bye.